I'm so sick of how evil feminists are. So yesterday I made a video accusing Hannah Spencer and the Green Party of trying to decriminalize and basically legalize domestic violence against men. And in this video, I'm going to explain how they're going to do that. And this is something that feminists in the UK have been trying to do for a long time. And they're not going to stop because, well, they're evil. And I'm not saying this is what all feminists think or most feminists think. But there is a particular political bloc in the UK that has been trying to do this with male victims for a long time. But this is the phrase to keep in mind. Expressio unius est exclusio ulterius. What does that mean? It is a principle that the expression of one thing is the exclusion of another if a point is made not to include that thing. What does that mean? Suppose the law says you are not allowed to abuse your partner. Pretty straightforward. You are not allowed to abuse your partner. So what do feminists want to do? Feminists want the law to be gendered. They want the law to say this: a man is not allowed to abuse his girlfriend. Now, note that language and the implication. Now, that's not directly legalizing domestic violence against men. It's not saying that domestic violence against men is legal, but it's the implication of the exclusion. Because the law is written in a gendered way, if that law were to pass as feminists want it to, if a woman is abusing a man, there's no crime being committed. So it's not that the Green Party is trying to legalize domestic violence against men, but they are trying to pass a gendered law in which domestic violence against men would not be illegal because of the language, the gendered language. There's no mention of women abusing men, so there's no crime. And before you say, oh, that's extreme, they wouldn't do that, they've already tried to do that. Back in 2020, there was a proposed domestic abuse bill, and all of these feminist organizations came together to protest the fact not that women weren't helped, but simply the fact that men were helped too. They didn't like the fact that the bill simply recognized that male victims existed. That was literally their protest. And a few years ago in Spain, a men's rights group came together to start a foundation for male victims, and a whole bunch of feminist groups came together to protest it, not because it was trying to take the law away from women, but simply because it existed at all to help men.